The market has been an interesting thing in real estate since COVID began. And I hear words like crazy, insane, nuts, gnarly, housing crisis, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you just got to kind of pan back and try and get some perspective. Hey everybody, Doug Reynolds here, your Sacramento area realtor. Been doing real estate for over 16 years. Love working with sellers and buyers in the Sacramento area. And this video, we're talking about California housing affordability, all right? Now, yeah, California real estate is expensive, okay? Yeah, it's amazing location. I mean, I live here in Sacramento. I got a 90-minute drive to gorgeous Lake Tahoe, snow in the winter time, and a beautiful, gorgeous lake and hikes and waterfalls in the summer. Or I've got a 90-minute drive to the Bay Area and I'm at the beach and at the bay and stuff. It's incredible. We've got mountains and hiking and beaches and crazy, amazing weather. Yeah, you'd think real estate would be more expensive here. So if you take a look at this graph here, it's talking about kind of affordability for California and then also in comparison to the US, all right? As you can see there, it goes all the way back to 1984. It really has fluctuated for affordability in California. If you follow that lower line there, anywhere from 20 to 50% affordability level. Right now, it's at 25%. It's pretty low. Typically, it's usually about in the 30% range. But as you can see, it's following in line with affordability for the rest of the country. We're usually 20 to 30% less affordable than the rest of the entire United States. I mean, that just is areas all over the country that have really inexpensive real estate. So you can see there that it's not as if it's ever been this unaffordable before. If you pull back and you see through the perspective, look at when kind of the market went crazy in 05, 06, 07. I mean, it got into the teens. I think it was around 12, 13, 14% affordability at that time. Okay, so we're at 25 right now. It's like twice as affordable than it was then. And then it went the other extreme. The housing bubble burst and prices just dropped like crazy, and we were up to 52% affordability at that time. That was just abnormal for then as well too. So usually California is in kind of the 30-ish range, between 30 and 40% affordability. So right now it's just a little bit on the lower side. So that gives you at least some perspective when you're just hearing these headlines, housing crisis and crazy and lottery system and for homes and all this stuff and everything. It's like, yeah, the market is kind of wild right now. There's not a lot of houses and there's a bunch of buyers. And yeah, that's what's going on. Well, we're in the middle of something that's never happened in over 100 years here. We had a pandemic and people just took their houses off the market and building just stopped. And then people decided, hey, where I live is really important and I want some space around me and I want to get a house. And people started buying before homes came on. I mean, we had in February 2020, we had what was looking like to be normal. March came and then there was just no homes available. And ever since then, we've had just a shortage of availability of homes, and buyer demand has created higher prices. They're competing with each other. But if you think about it, I live in College-Glen in Sacramento. Those homes that were built in the 60s, they sold for $35,000 at that time. If you talk to a original homeowner from then, they're going to say it's crazy that it was worth $300,000 at one point. Yeah, they're worth $550,000 and $600,000 now. But you got to have that perspective of salaries have gone up over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, okay? The stock market has increased in value over that time. It all is relative. Okay, so by looking at the affordability, that is giving you some more perspective. It's down a bit in comparison to normal, but it's not as if it's insanely down. We're down 8 to 10% less than what is kind of normal in California real estate, okay? So just try not to get caught up in the headlines of housing crisis and all that. I mean, that the politicians, they're making it really challenging for builders to build homes in California. I'm not meaning to get political, but that is the system in California. I don't think there's any way to argue against it. It's very challenging to build a house in California as a home builder. You've got solar requirements. You have all these fire hardening requirement stuff. You got water sprinkler suppression systems now. You can't have a chimney or a fireplace or, gas things and all this stuff. It's challenging. And so it makes it harder and takes longer to do. It makes it more expensive to build that home, and then it costs more in the long run. It takes longer to say, I want to build a house before it's actually available. So it's just what it is. I hate it when I hear the word housing crisis and everything like that. It's just, we have less homes available than buyers that want to buy those homes. It's causing the affordability to come down a bit. And these things fluctuate. Markets fluctuate. So just know that if you're trying to buy a house, you can buy a house. If you're working with the right agent, you've got the right lender, you're educated, you know what to do, you put your best foot forward, and you should be able to get your offer accepted. Over the last 12 months, majority of my buyers only written one offer for them. A couple of them I wrote 2 offers on. But if you're working with the right agent, they're going to be able to get your offer to the top of the pile and get it accepted. Yes, it's frustrating to think, man, I got to go $50,000 over list price sometimes. I might have to remove my appraisal contingency in some cases, but it's kind of what it is right now. It will change. It will evolve. We won't be in this way forever. Okay, so hope this had some perspective for you. I don't know if you agree with me or not, or think I'm crazy or an idiot or whatever, but if you like what I have to say, you can check out my website, realestatewithdoug.com. I look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.